What's going on, guys, and welcome back to FBA Capital. And today I'm bringing you guys another daily range case study. And today I'm going to be getting right on into Nas100, USD, NASDAQ, NQ, whatever you want to call it. But let's get right on into the video. So first things first, I'm going to mark up the previous day's highs and lows. As you guys know, I do the same thing every single day, same process, everything. So we got the previous day high and the previous day's low. As you can see, the previous day's low already, you can see got the hiccups. Clearly got cleared through and then retraced back higher. Previous day's high is still intact, was never traded through. So and overall that was expected because we were expecting an overall bearish day, because if you look at the day previously, previous day's low was targeted from that day, and then once again the previous day's target was targeted once again. Even though price didn't overall continue downwards, it still targeted this previous day's low. So we have the low of the day down here. Then we have the high of the day right up here. That was created during what time? London session. So let's also get the 12 a.m. open right here. Came right above the 12 a.m. open, made the high of the day during 2 in the morning. 2 in the morning, we had this high of the day after doing what? Clearing this little swing high right here, made that high of the day. And if you look to the left, it is almost an equal high right here. Cleared this equal high. So here, let me get rid of that smaller one. Cleared this high, made the high of the day over here during London session, and then overall reversed from here and never came back higher. We did get pretty close over here, but we never came back to this high right up here. So that's something we're going to keep in mind. And lastly, I'm going to get the Asian session range. So we're from 18 o'clock all the way to 12 a.m. or 0000. That is going to be 12 a.m. New York time. So now we have the Asian session. We have the 12 a.m. open. We have the previous day's highs and lows. And we had the two highs, high of the day and the low of the day delineated. So now let's get into our actual figure levels, so to say. So down here we have the low of the day that was created at 14,400. We also have the high of the day that was created at 14,800 right up here. Then we had this get retraced into in here, and then right in here we have, this is the 14,600 level, which is, you could just see price was trading within that whole range the whole time. So these are the main big figure levels. There are more above and below, but these are the ones where price actually traded to and from. So now we're going to be able to get these annotations so we can understand overall what happened. So overall, you can see from when the market opened, let's get the schematic out the way. From when the market opened during the Asian session, price came up, cleared the Asian session high right here, cleared the Asian session high, came all the way back lower, clearing the previous day's low, clearing the Asian session low, and then slowly made his way higher the rest of the day, but ended up closing within that range. So just like that, just based off of everything that we see, today looks like it was a bearish London continuation. It did show some signs that price had a willingness to potentially want to go higher, but it never ended up didn't clear the previous day's high, didn't clear the old London session high, and overall stayed within this range. So now let's annotate everything that happened. So we have the low of the day that was created at 9 in the morning. So we have the low of the day at 9 a.m. tapped into 14,400 plus cleared the previous day's low. I'm gonna just say, oh, didn't mean to do that. Can I go back? Damn. Oh no, it's right there. Okay. I was about to say, I was like, oh shit, disappeared. But we have a false break of the previous day's low. And then what else do we have? We have that, the low of the day, 14,400. Now we're going to go into a little bit of a higher time frame to see if we tapped into anywhere on the higher time frames that makes any sense. So if you do this, let's see. Now let's pull our fib from this low to here. And look at that. We actually have a fib long situation right here. So from this low all the way from last week's low to this week's high, we got this retracement. Let's go back to the lower time frame so I can zoom in a little bit more. Just like that. So we also had this higher time frame fib long from the 70.50%, as you can see right here. So we're gonna have that also. Higher time frame fib long. So there was a lot of reason to believe why price would price was going to have a reaction at this specific level. As you can see, once it came into it, it quickly moved with swiftness away from this level. Then we had what? Price traded higher, did what? Came and cleared this high. After we cleared this high, price ended up retracing. So if we pull our fib from this low to this high, so from this high right here to here, we had a retracement of the previous day's low, a retracement of the 62%, and we also had a retracement of this 15-minute order block right here. And this could have been a potential trade that you would have been looking to take to the top side, and this actually was a trade that I did take. I actually was able to catch this buy up right here, but then when price came down, it stopped me out at break even, and then my runner got stopped out, and then it ended up running. So the target, I was targeting 4700, but it is what it is. I was able to get the percentage off. It was able to take my partial, so I'm not really mad at it. So let's annotate this here. So what did we have? We had, what time it was? At 11 o'clock. At 11 a.m., we had the fib long plus 15-minute order block plus previous day's low retest. And then we also had that fib long retest from the other thing, but we're not going to mark that down. Matter of fact, we also had 14,500 level, so let me mark that up also. I'm going to make this red, not this red, I'm going to make this black and this black, just like that, and we'll leave the 800 level and the 500 level red because these are our main big figure levels. So right there. Plus we had the retest, plus we had 14,500 level. So there was a lot of reason to believe why price was going to have another reaction from this specific level right here. You just would have had to have the patience to wait for that move to overall happen. Then from here, price came back above, targeted 14,800. We'll write that down also. Targeted the 12 a.m. open plus it targeted 14,800 big figure level. Just like that. Now we get to the last portion right over here where we had this high of the day. We had the high of the day at 2 in the morning. So I had the high of the day at 2 a.m. after, what would I say, false break of Asian range high, making the high of the day. And then we also had at 14,800, that's where price overall started to have that reaction to the downside. So let me get rid of that. Just like that. I'm going to put this right over here just so I don't have everything too close to each other, but it's still close enough to where you can see it all. So just like this. Just like this. And there we go. So this is overall what happened today. So from this high up here, so from the weekly high, this week's weekly high. So on 1, 2, 3, this is Wednesday's high until the low. That's where we had this. From Wednesday's high all the way to last week's low on Friday. That's where we had this fib long retest. And overall, I want to see price continue to move bullishly from here. Anything can happen. If you pull your fib, say, from this low to this high up here, price could potentially be in this 38.20% rejection area. Just like that. So there is a chance price still has a willingness to potentially go higher. But you guys will figure that out and figure out my analysis when I do the weekly market breakdown about tomorrow or Sunday. But on that note, this is really all it is. So I'm going to get this. Today was a clean example of a London continuation, but this still showed characteristics of there potentially being an overall move to top side. If today wasn't Friday, I honestly think price could have had that continuation to continue going higher if the market didn't close. But it is what it is, neither here nor there. So on that note, I'm going to end the video off here. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you were able to benefit or just learn anything or just even just gain the insight to how I personally view the market. And if you did, make sure you hit that like button. And on that note, make sure you stay motivated by the fear of being average. And I'll see you guys in the next video.